forecast, all coming up on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news. And it starts in a couple of minutes. Couple of seconds. Alright. It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Thursday, June 30th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins, and I'm your 5 o'clock news headlines. Top story at 5 is... said it was in demand on transgender people being able to serve openly in the U.S. military. The announcement, which moves one of the last barriers to the military service by an individual, was made by Defense Secretary. London. It was a scene lifted from scripts of Shakespeare, perhaps a binge-watching session of Hearts of Cards when Thursday morning broke the transparently ambitious form of Mayor of London Boris Johnson prepared to give as he ends bid to lead Britain. At point airborne in 2001, Honda equated themselves here mentally for it as an urgent plea to coroner's safety regulators on Thursday warned that airbags in more than 300,000 older Honda and Acura vehicles could be dangerous, as the U.S. wants Honda and Acura owners to replace airbags. A 13-year-old Jewish girl was stabbed to death in her bed by a Palestinian attacker on Thursday, West American citizen, the State Department said. A week after Democrats staged a nearly 26-hour sit-in demanding a vote on gun control measures, Speaker Paul Ryan said the House will vote next week on legislation to block suspected terrorists from buying guns. Someone missed a routine safety inspection for an active shooter situation. A joint base air was on Thursday morning, approximately 10th moment in the lockdown at a sprawling facility at Prince George's County in Maryland. Istanbul. Turkish officials have strong evidence that the Istanbul attackers came to the country from ISIS, strong Iraq and Syria, and that ISIS leadership was involved in the planned attack, the senior Turkish government officials said. At least 27 people were killed and more were injured when the Taliban bombed buses carrying police cadets in the outskirts of Kabul, Afghanistan on Thursday. The Navy has ordered 9 of its officers and themselves to walk the plane and connect to the Iran seizure of the 2 small U.S. vessels in the Persian Gulf in January. Washington. Feared trucks, trains, and boats are moving beyond being banned in North Korea since Pyongyang sport nuclear. Moscow. Russian President Vladimir Putin's ban on Turkish tourism and ordered trade talks between Russia and Turkey. Mexico City. Mexico's largest teachers union threatened an action of greater intensity. It remains deadlocked with the government over constitutional education reforms. Seoul. Kim Jong-un's proffered younger sister made an appearance on the 4th meeting of the 13th Supreme People's Assembly. Stuart, Florida. A smelly guacamole thick buck is found on a stretch of beaches promoted as Florida's treasure coast, where lawmakers resistance blamed the federal government, saying that alleged kid trucks is viewed by freshwater flows control. Indianapolis. Republican Indiana Governor Mike Pence's office said he's disappointed federal judge run abortion. I didn't see it. A serial podcast gets a retrial on a murder case. The separate court ruled decision on Wednesday and Thursday to uphold voter restrictions are likely to increase the number of voters disenfranchised this fall. Washington. 2 members of the RNC Rules Committee have put forth proposals that will squash the small but persistent anti-Trump movement at the convention. Washington. The State Department said it needs an additional 2 years to sort out emails from 4 former aides to Hillary Clinton. Iowa, Japan. U.S. contractor and former Marine Kenneth Shinzato was charged with rape and stabbing to death with a 20-year-old woman in Okinawa, Japan. Des Moines, Iowa. Iowa's top court ruled against a charge of the state restricted rules and felon voting and keeping place in an executive order to bar most felons. Hershey Company said on Thursday it rejected a $23 billion preliminary offer by Mundell International Corporation that would seek to spend letters limited U.S. London Bank of England Governor Mark Carney said that the central bank would probably need to pump more stimulus into the British economy over the summer after the shock of last week's decision of voters to leave the European Union. A Massachusetts judge on the decision on whether to start a lawsuit that challenged the company of mogul Summer Reds from the contentious title of the Fortune media company Vacom Incorporated. 8 lessons investors can draw from Brexit so far. Political drama continues. Washington. Cisco Sales announced a new cybersecurity partnership Wednesday to develop a cyber detection and counterattack solution. Sales announced. London. They has awarded $106 million UK Ministry of Defence contract for the watchkeep, the drone training, maintenance, and support operations of company in and out. In North Attleboro's new tobacco regulation goes into effect on Friday, posting an age of just a nicotine product to 21 and branded and flavored tobacco in most stores. The new rule in North Attleboro follows regulations that forbid the sale of tobacco noses under 21 in Foxborough, Mansfield, Attleboro, North Buckinghamshire, and one other Massachusetts cities and towns. In anticipation of the regulation, Maryland Edge, director of the Regional Tobacco Control Collaborative, said that on June 1st, stores and corporate officers moved a memo that they received detailing the regulation of American signs about the age restriction and free of charge. Maryland Edge visit all stores next Tuesday. Attleboro police says 35-year-old man attempted to contact minivan when a mother was placed in her 2-year-old daughter in the back seat about an hour after relief from a break-in charge. North Attleboro, a borderline man faces traffic fail after he allegedly stopping and speeding off in front of a police officer in an unmarked cruiser. In a major new influential journal Science, the team researchers posed record good about a 30-year-old Antarctic ozone as finally started to heal, according to scientists. NASA Juno spacecraft captured its image on Jupiter News 4. Big Gallium moves on June 21st without a distance of about 6.8 miles. Of 6.8 million miles, 10.9 million kilometers from Jupiter. Following the recent El Nino event, conditions in the Amazon and driving and started any dry season since 2002 were the cause of concern. Scientists also say that tools are predicting and that many wildfires becoming. NASA's Mars rover Curiosity captured this self-portrait in the name of doom of the Bagnold Doom. Growing number of U.S. clinics buckled and unproven stem cell treatment study finds. The disease carriers are living in Burbank, just 3 blocks away from where the Congress has done nothing about them. The newest monument in Washington, D.C. has the D.C. monument is full of Zika mosquitoes. Our new study highlights which kind of foods are exposed to the most BPA. Don't worry, America. The Communist kibosh and brought cookie dough into the gut management seems well. Long been told that cookie dough is bad for us due to reservoir eggs and a risk of contracting salmonella. And now look at your stock market and commodity report. Now, end of the day up 235 for 31 points at 79.29.99. SP 500 up 20.9 points at 2098.86. And Nasdaq up 63.43 at 4,842.67. European markets next up 6.82 at 9,068.09. FTSE up 144.27 at 6,504.33. CAC up 42.816 at 4,237.48. Asian markets Nikkei 55.75.92 up 909. Shanghai down 1.99 cents to 2,929.61 and HSI up 358 and a quarter at 20,794.37. Oil markets down 153 at 48.35. Brent down 89 cents at 49.72 and natural gas up 7 hundredths of a point at 2.933. Gold markets $2.70 standard 1324.20. Silver up 393 thousand point at 18.80 and copper 15,000 point up at 2.201. Bonds US 10-year yield 1.4748 down 1,000 point. 1 yield 0.1069 below up at 200 point and Germany's 10-year yield down up 0.14,000 point at down 0.226% below. FX European US dollar 1.109 up 1,000 point. US dollar Japanese yen 103.17 down 800 point and Great Britain US dollar 1.3311 up 5,000 points. Alright, let's look at commodities. Wheat 4.45 a quarter up 75 cents. Soybean 11.34 and a half up 42. Corn 3.74 and a half down in and a half. Sugar 20.19 down 63 cents. Coffee 145.80 up $1.35. Cotton 64.20 down $1.58. Red rice 10.715 down 1.8 5,000 point and coke 2,966 down 68. Live cattle 114.70 up 575,000 point. Without 83.30 down at 25,000 point and FT cattle 143.875 up 825,000 point. Alright, Peter Jones News Time 509 time for a sports report. Plus, Red Sox have been out of tomorrow. They'll begin a 3-game series at Fenway Park against the Los Angeles Angels. Alright, take a look at some other Major League Baseball scores on this Thursday evening. In the top of the 7th, Los Angeles Dodgers lead the Milwaukee Brewers 8-1. Bottom 8, Chicago White Sox, Minnesota Twins tied at 5, and New York Yankees edge out the Texas Rangers 2-1. The list of Cowboys defensive players serving as suspension to open the season has reportedly gotten longer. Adam Schefter and Todd Archer has been reported that linebacker Rolando McClain will be suspended in the first 10 games of the season. Milwaukee, the Los Angeles Dodgers acquired veteran pitcher Bud Norris from the Atlanta Braves, and Blue Treasury came on the same day the Dodgers said Kershaw being placed on a 15-day disabled list. 10 American players storming in the next round in Wimbledon Day 4. Johnny Manziel has indicated people probably that his best chance to return to the NFL might be in 2017 in a 4-game suspension until 2016. Makes it all but certain that he won't see an NFL field or sideline this year. Peter Channel this time, 510 on this Thursday, 18, and it is time now for a traffic and transit report. Let's start off down in Rhode Island in Eastern Connecticut. $3.95. 95 on the northbound side. Also before $3.95 in Good Connecticut. Adam Radon, 95 and southbound side. It is sold from 610 all the way out to Route 4 in East Greenwich. Route 4 on the northbound side. Also from 102 next to the down to Route 95 in East Greenwich. 95 on the northbound side. It is sold from 37 in Trenton all the way downtown Providence and out towards downtown Providence and 95 on the southbound side. Also for 146 Pawtucket. 295 on the southbound side. It is sold 95 in Rourke. 295 on the northbound side. It is from West Warwick all the way out to Route 12 in Johnson and around Route 14 in Johnson. 146 on the northbound side. Also around Route 99 in Lincoln, Rhode Island. And 146 on the southbound side. So up to 146A in North Smithfield, Rhode Island. 195 on the westbound side. It is from 6 all to downtown Providence. 195 on the eastbound side. It is slow around 103 in Sunset to the Bradbury Bridge and Fall River in both ends. But the Jamestown, Newport, and Monroe Bridges are linking again. Out of the Cape, Route 3 in the southbound side, Louisville before the Sagamore Rotary, Route 6 in the eastbound side, Louisville from the Sagamore Bridge to 6A in Sandwich. 20 on the northbound side, Louisville on Bourne Rotary, 25 in the eastbound side, Louisville around 628 in Bourne, and Bourne Rotary on the southbound side, Louisville after the Bond Bridge, and Route 6 in the eastbound side, Louisville on 134 in Dennis. Out in southeastern Massachusetts, 95 on the southbound side, so after 128 in Canton all the way out to 295 in Ann Arbor, 495 in the southbound side, so from 130 Raynham all the way out to Route 44 in Middleburg. 24 on the southbound side is slow from West Bridgewater all the way out to Route 44 in Taunton. And then his breaks again from 128 in Canton all the way out to Route Harrison Boulevard in Avon. And in Western vicinity, 290 westbound side, it is so from Shrewsbury all the way out to Worcester. Out in Boston vicinity, 128 on the southbound side, backed up from Waltham all the way out to the Braintree Split. 120 on the northbound side, backed up from the split all the way out to 24 in Randolph, and then hit breaks again on 120 on the northbound side from the back in Weston all the way out to Route 1 in Peabody and 120 southbound side, so for Denver's all the way out to Peabody. 120 southbound side is backed up from Waltham all the way out to the Braintree Split. Stafford Expressway on both ends of the so from Dutch all the way into the downtown Boston, and 93 both ends so from Somerville down to Zakenbridge. 93 backed up from the Zakenbridge all the way out to 120 ready then hit the brakes again around Route 125 and North Andover. Route 20 in the eastbound side. It did so from 16 in Belmont all the way out to Route Freshpond Park 290 on the westbound side. It did so from Shrewsbury all the way out to Worcester. 290 in the eastbound side. Little on the Marlborough stretch. Mass Park on the eastbound side. Backed up in the Ulster Barrett tolls all the way out to the Logan Airport, Mass Park on the westbound side, so Logan Airport all the way out to South Boston, and then it's backed up on the Mass Park from all right, tolls all the way out to past 495 and where? North 4 northbound side, it is backed up from Route 2 in Littleton all the way up in Havel, 495 and southbound side, so all the way up to Littleton. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from 62 in Burlington up in the Billwick, and then hit break again from Route 3 in 495 all the way up in Tingsboro. And Route 2 westbound side, Littleton and the Gardner stretch. Acton, Springfield vicinity, I-91 and southbound side, so for 291 to Route 57. Route 2 westbound side, Littleton and the Gardner stretch. Northern New England. Turn back on the northbound side, back to the Natural stretch. 93 on the southbound side, also the Londonderry stretch. 93 on the northbound side is backed up around Derry stretch. 93 on the northbound side, it is backed up from I-89, Concord all the way after 393. 393 on the eastbound side, also after Route 93 in Concord, Hampshire. Spotting turnabout on the northbound side, it is so after Route 95 in Portsmouth, Hampshire. 295 on the eastbound side, northbound side, it is so for Main turnabout all the way up to Farmers Square up in Port, Maine. Main turnabout on the northbound side, 295 up to the South Portland stretch. And I-89, 7 and 91 on the southbound side is backed up after the Canadian border, and also I-87 in Plattsburgh, New York gets swept to the Canadian border. I-87 on the southbound side, it is so from 77 in Troy all the way on to the thruway, and in Connecticut, 91 on the southbound side is backed up for 291 all the way at the I-84 on the westbound side, is so from Hartford to West Hartford. I-84 on the eastbound side, it's so from Hartford to 38 to Manchester. I-84 on both ends, it's so from Route 8 in Waterbury all the way up to Middletown on both ends. I-84 on the eastbound side, so from 684 all the way up to Denver. Mirror Park on the eastbound side, it is so from 7 all the way up to New Haven. Then on both ends, also Guilford stretch at 95, it is backed up from New York City all the way at the Bridgeport Long Expressway. Both ends, so from Long Island all the way to New York City. Hey, do I hear Robert? Hi, Robert! Doing my 5 o'clock news.
I hear it.
Live! Ooh!
Can you please pick that up?
Thank
Sorry
you.
to interrupt you.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make dinner from my own stuff I got at Roast Brothers.
And I'm gonna have some chicken and potato wedges.
Nice.
Mmm. That's right. Yep. That's good, Robert. We're gonna take a look at some MBTA alerts. Still on S4 express and minor laser to traffic. Still on SL1 express and minor laser to traffic, and SL5 express and minor laser to traffic. Framingham train 588 departed Framingham is out. White train 10-20 minutes late between Framingham substation due to an early crossing gate and issue in Framingham. What's the train 522-345 inbound operating 10-20 minutes beyond schedule between Framingham and substation due to crossing and issue in. And on the ferries they are looking good. Peter Channel News time 5:18 on this beautiful Thursday afternoon when I got outside. It was perfect, clear blue conditions here in Norton and around New England. And right now, current conditions at 5 o'clock, 83 degrees, first gas. Humidity 44%, wind speed west by 10 miles, a barometer 29.5 inches. To about 59 degrees, physically at 10 miles, the index